Hi guys, welcome to 2023 and my little running channel where I just show my running journey. So if you like running videos, hit that subscribe button and come and join me through 2023. And today I'm just going to talk about my running goals. I feel like it's really good just to set some goals. And this year we're going a really different way about it. I'm going to concentrate more on the journey rather than the outcome. So my aims this year is to become. So my aim for this year is to become more fitter, stronger, more flexible, but more importantly, the key is to become more knowledgeable. So I can understand what I'm doing a lot more, but also I can help people out and share my knowledge, as a lot of people have shared their knowledge with me over the years. So last year my goals were more about outcome, finishing a race, getting a sub 4 and doing a 100-mile ultra marathon. But this year I want to focus on being more consistent with training, and I've just got some general goals I want to do because I think they'll be fun rather than something I'm going to train for. Because last year I felt like I was a lot more consistent with training, and I really do feel like consistency when you're trying to run is just key to everything. I do feel like when having fitness goals, consistency is actually key to achieving everything. If you just go out for like one run and expect to do really good at something, it's not really going to be your best. And I feel like my goals are more about training and being consistent this year. So I've gone totally different route than last year. So this year I want to concentrate on being consistent. So what I mean by being consistent is training all throughout the year, even that I may have a couple of weeks off, because we all deserve time off because we train really hard. And what's the point in training really hard when you can't have a bit of fun, a bit of relaxation, and just to give ourselves time to not burn out. So I just want to make sure throughout the month I'm going to do it at least once or twice a month at least. But if I want to, I can do it every week that month. So that's what I mean by consistent. I really wanted to explain that because training sometimes is not always a flat line. Sometimes it does go up and down, but we need that for our bodies and for our minds itself. I want to be consistent with hill training. I have been consistent with hill training recently, but I want to carry that on in New Year. The same with strength training and also with flexibility training. To be honest, flexibility training is the only thing I'm actually consistent with, but that's because I really enjoy movement and dance and learning new skills. Another thing what I want to do this year, what won't seem like a goal to a lot of people, but when you work unsociable hours like me, you can't actually do this. So I run a lot on my own. So I want to find a club, a group of people, or just a running buddy to run with. I'm going to challenge myself to do at least 2 park runs a month, as I do train permanently on my own. But I do really enjoy running on my own, but I think it would be good for me to socialise a bit more outside of work. What does it include being in the pub as well? Because when you work unsociable hours like me, a lot of the only social time you can get is literally being in the pub. So hopefully that should not be too challenging, but I feel like this is going to be a harder goal than the rest for me, to be honest. But if anyone lives local to me, just hit me up on Instagram or something and we can go running together. I would love it. My next goal is to hit over 2,000 miles over the year. I managed to do about 1,700 miles, what is a lot, but I just want to get over that 2,000 mark, as I feel like it would be an achievement. Even that, to be honest, it isn't that important as long as my training over the year goes okay. And my last goal is probably the least important goal, but it's something I want to do. I want to do a 100-mile training week, because when I was training for Leeds to Liverpool, that's what I got told I needed to do. And it's incorrect. Everyone's training plan's not the same, but a lot of people told me that's what I would have to do. And I feel like I did well of enough training trying to get to that 100 mile, but because I didn't make it, in my head that is something what I want to achieve. So that is actually something I want to achieve. I feel like it'll give me a understanding of other people's training, and also I feel like if I push myself to do a 100-mile week, I feel like it'll just help my training in general. And I just love a challenge. If you didn't get that from this channel, as that's basically what it is just me challenging myself to do different runs and different challenges, and just challenging myself in general. So the next thing is just some challenges I want to do. I'm sure I will discover some I want to do throughout the year. But the first one is the David Goggins challenge. I hope I got his name right. I'll put it on screen now. So basically it's to push yourself out your comfort zone and challenge yourself. So you have to run 4 miles every 4 hours for 48 hours. So in total it is 48 miles. I feel like it'll be really hard because you're constantly stopping and starting, and also in that time you get to sleep and you get to do other stuff. So I feel like it'll just give me an experience but I've not had yet. I saw someone doing it and I thought, do you know what? I was like, that sounds really challenging and really different to what I've done already. And I was like, I feel like this is made for me. So I was actually going to do it this weekend, but obviously Christmas and New Year has got in the way. So I don't actually know when I'm going to have chance to do that. But I'm not bothered if I don't do it this year. It's just something I've written down in my diary, thinking I am going to do that one day. So maybe it'll be in the next couple of months, maybe it'll be next year. That is an extra challenge I want to do. And the other one is to run from my town to Manchester, and it's 17 miles up the canal. But I don't know why. When I ran my first marathon and I realised how close Manchester was and that it's less than a marathon, I was like, I want to do that, because I feel like it's funny to run Manchester just for a training run. I felt like when I started running, I felt like Manchester was impossible to run to. Obviously it's not, and I just want to just do it to say I've done it. So these are not very important, but the challenges, what will help me with my training, with my long runs, and will just be a bit fun and just will push myself out my comfort zone. What I have learned over the year is that it is really important to do stuff what is hard, challenging, and pushes yourself out your comfort zone. So this year I have booked a hell of a lot of races, probably a bit too many, but I'm sure I will book more. So if you've got any recommendations, comment them down below. But I'm looking really forward to it. I will put a list on screen now, so if you want to read what races I'm doing this year, I'll like pause the video. And if you're at any of them races, comment down below and I might see you there. If you just want to meet up for a chat before the race, that'd be amazing. I bet this video has been quite boring for a lot of you, but I know some of you will want to know what I'm up to this year, and it was more for me, this video, to set them goals out there, let them out to the world, because if you don't let it out to the world won't give them you back. So, as well as that, I want to hear your goals, because hearing people's stories really inspires me. So tell me what your goals are in the comments below, and I guess I will see you throughout the year, guys.